Hi guys, what's up? Today I am going to be sharing with you the tips and tricks of how to boost your mood. So winter is starting to leave, spring is finally coming in. I feel like I'm just needing a huge mood booster. Like, I don't know about you guys, but just like, do you ever just get into those like routines where you just are kind of going through the motions? Like, you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you watch TV, you go to bed. And that has been the routine I've been in for so long. And I found when I was doing that, I was basically running on fumes. I was not doing anything that motivated me for the next day. I came home, I sat on this very couch, binged watched Netflix or something, and then got up, went to bed, and then went to work the next day. And that was my night for about a month. And I found that when I was just doing that, I was so stressed. I was just constantly feeling like I was living for the next day, living for the next day off, the next weekend. And when those weekends or days off came, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to clean my house. And you guys, you can actually see this, me talking about this in my previous videos. I really sat down, I thought, how can I boost my energy and my mood so I don't feel like I'm constantly running on fumes, running on empty. And so guys, today I'm going to share with you the tips and tricks that help boost your mood, things that kind of help you kind of get that extra energy. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge introvert. But one thing I've learned about myself is that yes, I do get some energy from alone time, but I get maximum energy when I'm doing something creative. And when I'm low on the creative energy, I become low on all my energy. So that's why I'm going to share with you guys today. These are things that help me, and I'm hoping that could possibly help you as well. So the first one is to exercise. Like, I think this is just pretty standard. Everyone knows this. I think it's countless research out there that says the benefits of exercise and mood, but guys, it is so true. I find the mornings when I wake up and I do yoga, I just feel so much better throughout the day. I feel energized. I don't feel stressed. I feel like I could just like take on the world. And so I find when I do take time in the morning to do yoga, even if I'm not feeling like it that day, but tell myself, you know what, you're gonna be happy you did it afterwards. I feel so much better. You don't have to do yoga if you don't want to. This could be running, this could be walking, anything that basically gets you moving and that you enjoy. And I think that is such a key. Make sure you enjoy it, because if you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna do it. My second tip is do one thing you love a day, and this could be anything. The options are endless, and it doesn't have to be anything big. Like, I'm not saying you sit down after work when you're tired and paint a masterpiece. I'm not saying that at all, but what I am saying is that know something you love and make time to do it, even if you don't feel like it. Make time to do it. Maybe this is just reading 15 minutes before bed. It doesn't have to be for long periods of time, just something little, because when you do something you love, you do get energy, and that boosts your moods. Like, I'll come home some nights and like, you know, I'm tired from work. I don't feel like doing anything too crazy, but sometimes I might research a project that I'm working on, and that will give me energy. That kind of boosts my mood. It gets my mind going because I'm a creative thinker, and so that helps me. My third tip is give yourself a self-care day. And I know everyone's schedules are different. Sometimes it could be extensive, sometimes it could be simply just painting your nails. But do something for yourself and make it a day, once a week, once every other week. But make sure you're doing something for yourselves. Because guys, like I said, when you're not taking care of yourselves, your external surroundings just go crazy. And I also have available as well my Sunday night self-care routine. I will put that up here. Go check it out. I just find that I like to do Sundays because I know by the Sundays, if I take time to really just kind of just relax, do a lot of relaxing things, and I could go into that week feeling refreshed and feeling recharged. So even in the hecticness of life and our crazy schedules we all live, just taking time to do just a few things for yourself can have such huge benefits in your mood. My fourth tip is spend time outdoors. Again, very scientifically proven how nature helps our moods, our energy. And like I said, this could be going for a walk. This could be just sitting outside, reading a book. I personally like to listen to music as I read a book outside, and that's good too, but maybe take off the headphones. Listen to your surroundings. Listen to the trees as the wind blows through them. Listen to the cars that might be driving by. Listen to anything. Listen to the birds chirp. Live in the moment. So I guess this kind of goes on to the edge of meditating, which is so true too. Just kind of take a moment to breathe, live in the moment, enjoy nature. Nature isn't supposed to be glimpsed at as you walk by. It's supposed to be lived in. Like I said, Just take a moment, spend time outside, get your vitamin D levels up. And right now is the perfect time to do it because winter is leaving, spring is coming. It's not too hot, humid out where it's like you can't stand being outside. Just go outside and spend time. Drink your morning coffee outside and watch the world wake up. My fifth tip is journal for what you are grateful for. And this could just be each night before you go to bed, pulling out your journal and writing 3 things you're grateful for that day. And these don't even have to be big things. I think sometimes when we think about the things we're grateful for, they have to be like these huge things. But some days just suck, guys. Some days we just have bad days. But I think what makes a bad day a little less bad, not saying it makes it so perfect or it takes the badness away, but just taking moments and when you're processing your day, process, well, what went right today? And sometimes this could just simply, I made such a good cup of coffee today and it was amazing. Or I got a new subscriber on YouTube. Like, it don't even have to be these huge things that I think sometimes we think that we should only be thankful for, but it could just be the smallest things. And when you sit there and you appreciate the smallest things, it just makes the bigger picture feel so much better, guys. I feel like when you write it down, that's when I fully feel like, wow, that's right, I am thankful for that. My sixth tip is get yourself a sleep schedule. Guys, again, this is so scientifically proven, but it's so true. It has been proven before that when we are on sleep schedules, we tend to feel less stress, which gives us a better mood. So get yourself a sleep schedule, guys. This is so hard, and I personally am so bad at it. It's something I'm even working on right now, because like I said, you get home from work, you watch TV, you fall into the wormhole of Netflix, you get up and you try to go to bed, and you know, way our brains are, they're going like 90 miles an hour and you just can't sleep. So then you sleep in, you hit snooze like 3 times, you get up, you rush out to the door to work, and then you start the whole process over again. And guys, it gets tiring. And so, I don't know, this is something I've been trying to hold myself accountable, is getting a sleep schedule, getting some type of schedule. The first thing that's important when putting yourself on a sleep schedule is know how many hours of sleep you need. Now, this is personally just a question for you, so know how many hours you need to feel fully rested for the next day. And then set the time you would like to fall asleep by. One of the biggest things I think that I personally don't think of, I think a lot of people just don't think of, is when we say, okay, I want to be in bed by 10 o'clock, and then we go to bed at 10 o'clock, chances are you're not going to fall asleep right at 10 o'clock, and therefore you're not going to get the full hour sleep you wanted. So know how long it takes you to fall asleep. So if it only takes you 15 minutes, then go to bed at 9:45. If you know it takes you a half hour to fall asleep, go to bed at 9:30. And also make sure to cut down on technology a good hour and a half before bed. They say using your phone before bed could actually set you off 20 minutes. So maybe it's read a book, maybe it's drawing, journaling, whatever it could be. But just kind of wind down for the night and then make sure you give yourself enough time to actually fall asleep. So then you can get that full hour of sleep. And then sticking to that alarm, guys. I find the hardest part in the morning is just the getting up part. Once I'm up, I'm great. I can go through my day like a champion. But it's just like getting up is just so hard. So my tip for that is put your alarm on the other side of the room. So then you have to physically get up to get it. And also, the iPhones actually have a really cool feature, and you probably already know this, where you can actually set a bedtime. It'll be like 1 hour before you have to start winding down for bed, and then it'll actually factor in the time it takes you to fall asleep as well. And I also do have a morning routine video, and I also do kind of touch on that about how to like wake up early and everything like that. Again, go check it out. I'll put it up here. My 7th tip is change your surroundings. Guys, I am someone who just needs change. Controlled change. Not like uncontrolled change, but I like change. I don't like being in the same place for long. I just get antsy. My tip for that is change up your surroundings. Like maybe it's getting some new decor items, or maybe it's just moving furniture around. Change up your surroundings to give yourself a new energy can also just boost your mood as well. My 8th tip is do something creative. And guys, you don't even have to be a creative person. Like, I feel like people hear creative and they think they need to sit down and draw a masterpiece or something. Some of it could be paint. Maybe you want to paint a little bit each night. Maybe you want to draw a little bit each night. Sometimes it could be simply just cooking dinner and not just meal prep. Like, I love meal prep. It's easier for me. I love meal prep, but sometimes it's nice just to cook dinner at night and then eat it. Or maybe it's making like a DIY bird feeder or something. It could be anything. The opportunities are endless, and I feel like when you do something creative, you give yourself that creative energy to be outgoing, to be energetic. And I know when you come home from work, you might not feel like pulling out all this stuff to make a huge craft, but just doing something small, doing something creative can definitely boost your mood so much. The 9th tip is drink water. Guys, another one. I feel like it's so obvious, so much scientific research behind the positive effects of drinking water, but it is so true to just stay hydrated. Because when you stay hydrated, your body feels good, so therefore you'll feel good. I struggle with this so much. Like, it's so easy in the morning to make yourself a cup of coffee, put it in a travel mug, go to work, drink it throughout the day, and maybe at work you brought yourself some juice or something, and you drink the juice, and then, you know, you go home and you might open up a can of soda or stuff like that. It's so easy not to drink water, but yeah, it's so important. So ways that help me personally drink water is, one, I like flavor. I am someone, I need flavor. Fruit actually will give it a natural flavor to it that doesn't make it so bad. And second of all, I find the hardest thing when it comes to drinking water is actually putting the water in the glass. And I know that sounds really silly when you think of it like that, but it's true. I find that when I already have a bottle prepared and I just take it with me, I'm very likely to drink it. Like, I'm someone who always needs to be drinking something. So if I already have it prepared, I will drink it. And so sometimes, like, when I bring my travel mug to work full of coffee and I finish my coffee, I'll tell myself, oh, you know, when I finish my coffee, you know, I'll rinse it out and put some water in and drink water throughout the day and I'll get my water. But guys, that doesn't happen. There's a reason that it just doesn't happen. So one thing I find that helps for me is I'll have my travel mug full of coffee, but then I'll also bring a glass already filled with water. And I'll take both of those to work with me, because then I don't have the excuse of, oh, I'll fill it up with water later. Nope, I already have it. I can drink it. So making an effort to drink more water. My 10th tip is listen to positive music. It's been proven before 15 minutes of music a day could instantly boost your mood. But it's also important to be mindful of what you're listening to. Don't get me wrong, I love dark and moody mix. Thunderstorming, I will be listening to some dark and moody mix on Spotify. It's a guarantee. But it's not something I should be listening to every single day. Even if, like, say I'm having a sad day, I shouldn't probably be listening to sad music. And so really being mindful of what you listen to is so important. So finding happy, uplifting playlists. And I'm not saying it's bad to listen to sad music or moody music all the time, but maybe making an effort that it's not the only thing you listen to. And don't let a day go by where you don't even just listen to 5 minutes of it. My 11th tip is have a social media free day. Again, social media I find can be great when you want to, like, connect with people, but it can also be a kind of huge downer. You go online and you look at where everyone else is. Like, you know, you go on Instagram and you see the highlights of people's lives and they're on great trips or they're hanging out with friends. It's just so easy for your mood to just go downhill. I found for a while there, when I was using social media pretty regularly, I started comparing myself to others. I started to feel like, well, they're here career-wise and I'm not, or they're here traveling the world and here I am and I'm not in a situation where I could travel. I really just started comparing myself and I just did not feel good. And so I've actually made the decision to get rid of social media altogether. I knew for me that was the right choice in those moments, and it still is the right choice for me today. But I'm not saying you have to go that crazy, but maybe it's just having one day a week just social media free, or one day a month social media free. And maybe you want to even just go a step farther and say, you know what, I'm going to turn off my phone for a whole day and just focus on myself. I mean, obviously let people know, like, hey, I'm having a phone free day, just to let you know. But just kind of unplug for a little bit, because I found when I was unplugging, when I was not engaging on social media as much, I found I didn't really care if I was behind where I thought I should be in life, or how advanced my friends are compared to me. And just, I found that I was just content living in that moment and living where I'm at, and kind of being like, okay, you know, it's not, life ain't going as planned right now, but I still have these other great things in my life that I can be thankful for. And it kind of goes back to what I said about finding the things you're thankful for. And then my last tip is declutter your space. Guys, like I said, spring is here. Spring cleaning is like huge right now. Take time to declutter. I find that if I just spend one day a week just like gutting through my apartment, I'm not saying like deep gutting, like getting rid of things, but just like cleaning everything, making sure everything is in place, helps me so much. Like, there's not a single glass on the countertop, there's not paper on the desk. I find it just helps me so much because like I said, I'm one of those people, like I come home from work, I'm tired, I'm not gonna feel like really cleaning. And so when I just come home and I see all this stuff laying around, like I'm just like, it stresses me out so much, but I'm too lazy to do anything about it. I find just taking time to really declutter your space clears your mind, you know? And I really do believe that is somewhat true, that like the state of your mind reflects the state of your space and vice versa. So like I said, just take some time to just declutter, get rid of things. I don't know, just spring clean. Anyways guys, those are my tips and tricks. Please put in the comments below if you have any tips and tricks that work for you. Thank you for watching. Bye.